besides being a rapper who has had much success in the US. Rick Ross is a controversial man who is quite fond of showing off the wealth he has acquired. But have you ever stopped to wonder about just how this tycoon lives? In this video you will find out all about the luxurious life of Rick Ross. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Career. Born in 1976 in the city of Clarksdale, Mississippi, William Leonard Roberts II, better known as Rick Ross, is a big name in American rap. From the beginning of his career, the artist was hotly contested by record labels who saw a lot of potential in his rhymes, until he inked a $1 million deal in 2006 with Jay-Z's Def Jam. The result was no less than expected. In his debut album, Rick Ross has already reached the musical charts of the United States. Among his most successful songs are Hustlin, The Boss, Aston Martin Music, Sorry, among many others. His relevance in the media is such that the rapper has been nominated 6 times for the Grammy Awards and has released more than one book, such as The Perfect Day to Boss Up, which was a bestseller in the New York Times. Rick Ross is also a reference in the business world, with him having investments in different niches, such as restaurant chains and champagne, gin, and rum brands. And with so much professional success, the artist can enjoy a life filled with many luxuries. Mansion in Georgia. Of course, a man as powerful as Rick Ross invests in extremely luxurious properties. An example of this is the rapper's 54,000 square foot palace, located on a massive 235-acre plot of land in the town of Riverdale, Georgia. Nicknamed the Promised Land, the residence is certainly a material asset that Rick Ross is very proud of, as he doesn't skimp out on the posts on his social networks showing details of this mansion. Being always surrounded by numerous luxury cars, the facade of the house resembles a real palace of a lucky king. Decorative statues of Greek gods make the entrance of the residence even more exquisite. In addition, the initials of Rick Ross' name can be found everywhere, giving the mansion even more personality. Throughout his large plot of land, there are several ways for the rapper to have fun. He has, for example, a paddock for breeding strong horses and giving them have plenty of room to live. A golf course to have fun with friends. A giant, comfortable movie theater. Some artificial lakes that beautify and refresh the property. A giant pool, considered the largest residential pool in the entire United States, with an impressive 350,000 gallons of water. It is also known that the property has a total of 109 rooms, and that they are extremely exquisite, with gold details in the chandeliers, walls, and beams. One room that draws a lot of attention is the entrance hall, with 2 giant circular staircases and a very high ceiling that offers great amplitude to the place. And to take care of all this infrastructure, the rapper certainly has to cash out a pretty penny. Just to cut the grass and keep the lights on, he said he used to spend about $1 million a year. But if you think that the property only provides expenses for Rick Ross' pocket, you are mistaken. It was once used as a set in the Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America, serving as the Palace of Zamundin. And to rent it on that occasion, Ross says he pocketed $2,750,000. From the scenes shot inside the mansion, you can get an idea of how exquisite it is. Featuring 12 bedrooms in total, the master suite is a room of luxury. Not to mention the bathroom, which has a giant hot tub right in the center. In addition, the rapper has already given interviews in his house, showing a little more of the interior decoration. And it is possible to note that he loves paintings and works of art. This property belonged to former boxer Evander Holyfield, until in 2014, Rick Ross bought the estate for a great price, paying at the time $5,800,000. But after the rapper made purchases of neighboring land and made major renovations to the residence, surely it must be worth much more today. Florida mansion. To add to his luxury real estate portfolio, Rick Ross recently acquired a summer home in the residential landmark ranch estates in the city of Southwest Ranches in the U.S. state of Florida. Beautiful landscaping adorns this 2.33-acre lot along the expansive entrance, worthy of a palace. The facade is imposing and quite eye-catching. This 8,600 square foot property is perfect for entertainment, with it having an indoor summer kitchen, a large comfortable movie theater, a massage room, a sophisticated bar with custom cabinetry, and a game room complete with a pool table. For someone with a passion for cars like Rick Ross, the property is ideal as it has a garage with space for up to 9 cars. The main house has 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. There is also a guest house with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The luxurious master suite has great finishes, featuring a unique custom walk-in closet with glass cabinets, plus a spacious bathroom with lots of natural light, a hot tub, and a relaxing shower. The chef's kitchen is classic and refined, being integrated to the living room, which is illuminated by extremely luxurious chandeliers. Outside, the view is really stunning, typical of a luxury resort. The pool has an irregular shape, resembling a natural lagoon. A waterfall next to it further enhances the leisure time, with it having a hot tub and a slide for fun. The property was owned by NBA player Amari Stoudemire until in 2021 Miami native Rick Ross bought the mansion for $3,500,000. Cars. When it comes to spending money on cars, it's hard for anyone to outdo Rick Ross in this regard. The singer seems to be completely passionate about cars, with him owning a huge fleet of luxury vehicles such as a $55,000 Tesla Model 3, a $60,000 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, a $100,000 Ferrari 308 GTB, a $115,000 Hummer H1, a $130,000 Chevy Bel Air from 1955, a $160,000 Mercedes-Benz AMG G63, a $180,000 Mercedes-Benz S650, $260,000 Australian dollar Ferrari 488 GTB, a $300,000 McLaren 720s, a $310,000 Ferrari 458 Speciale, a $270,000 Ferrari 458 Spider, a $330,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost, a $340,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith, a $450,000 Lamborghini Aventador. And all of these cars are just a small fraction of his collection, so it's no wonder he has even created a page on his website listing his entire collection of classic vehicles. To give you an idea, it is estimated that Rick Ross owns a fleet with more than 100 cars, which surely must be worth a real fortune. Absurd expending. Rick Ross is a powerful man who is quite fond of flaunting his extremely luxurious life on social media. He is always posting pictures of his new acquisitions, like custom-made jewelry worth a real fortune. The rapper, for example, had customized a key to be used as a pendant on the necklace, being made of gold and covered in diamonds, an item that cost to his pocket $25,000. Another accessory that was covered in diamonds was a basketball to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Miami Heat team, which must have also cost a huge amount. Rick Ross is also always wearing beautiful jewelry on his hands and neck, such as thick gold chains and precious stones. One of his most exaggerated chains features a portrait pendant of Rick Ross himself, which has been appraised for around $1,500,000. He has also been visited by the King of Bling, nickname of the famous rapper's jewelry designer Johnny Dang, who delivered a giant spinning pendant filled with emerald diamonds. In addition, he also sold an extremely luxurious and shiny chain, which is not to be outdone. While it's not known how much these gems cost Rick Ross, you can imagine it was in the ballpark of the millions. Another accessory that can't be missing in the rapper's look are the watches. He actually has a huge collection of the most expensive watches on the market, and he has also had many of them customized. One of the simplest models he owns is a Rolex Day-Date President made in yellow gold with diamond-studded dials and a green dial, an item that costs around $70,000. Another watch from Rick Ross' collection is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak made of white gold, entirely decorated with diamond baguettes, quite an eye-catching jewel that is worth around $130,000. However, when it comes to the brand Richard Mille, the rapper has a special model of the Abu Dhabi collection, made of transparent material, with sapphire crystal and blue details, a watch that costs about $600,000. Raising the price even higher, he owns a Jacob & Co. Mystery Tourbillon, an emblematic watch with diamond discs that rotate around the central axis and mark the hours in a very mysterious way, living up to its name. There are 12 stones that represent the hours and 2 stones of another color that represent the hands. And to have such a jewel, you need to invest an impressive $1,350,000. From this same luxury brand, Rick Ross has shown on his social media one of the most expensive watches that exist in the market, the limited edition billionaire Ashoka model made with more than 500 pieces of sapphire scattered all over the bracelet. No wonder that this precious watch is valued at an unbelievable $2 million. Rick Ross really needs to be very rich to have such a collection. Businesses. Rick Ross is an example of an artist who has taken advantage of his visibility to invest in various ventures and sell many products to his audience. His most famous company is the music label Maybach Music Group, which was founded by the rapper in 2008, and which has released hit albums by artists like Whale and Meek Mill. In the food business, the rapper currently owns more than 25 franchises of the American restaurant chain Wingstop and also owns franchises of the drive-thru Checkers. To get an idea of values, his franchises raise his estimated monthly income some $585,000, according to Hot New Hip Hop. In addition, the rapper is a representative of not just one, but several brands of drinks. The biggest of them is Luke Belaire, which produces champagnes for all tastes, with various flavors on the market. To give you an idea, the brand's Instagram has an impressive 600,000 plus followers and is a true bestseller in the United States. While he is definitely not the owner of Luke Belaire, he is a spokesperson for the brand and certainly receives commission for selling the drinks. This is also the case with the Bamboo Rum Company and the gin brand McQueen and the Violet Fog. Another release from Rick Ross was Collins Avenue, in partnership with cannabis brand Cookies, a flavored snack inspired by the rapper's identity. He also invested $1 million in the startup JetDoc, a digital health platform that aims to connect users to a licensed healthcare professional quickly. Not to mention his long history of advertising campaigns for companies like Rap Snacks, Reebok Sportswear, Ciroc Spirits, and others. In all, Rick Ross has about 17 partnerships, which definitely makes him huge piles of money. A great medium to do these advertisements is his Instagram, where the rapper has over 15 million followers. As if all these sources of income weren't enough, William Leonard has already released 3 books, his autobiography, the memoir Hurricanes, and the bestseller The Perfect Day to Boss Up. Truly, Rick knows how to make his wealth multiply. Net worth. To lead such a glamorous and ostentatious life, Rick Ross has probably already amassed a giant net worth. Having been in the media for quite a long while, the rapper is from a generation of artists who have made a lot of money from selling records, CDs, and DVDs. Since Rick has released 11 albums over the course of his career, he has certainly pocketed a pretty penny. In addition, his shows represent a good portion of his earnings. It is estimated that at the peak of his career, around 2014, the rapper charged an average of $200,000 to perform at an event, a fee that could be much higher depending on the size of the audience and duration. Adding up his artistic earnings, Forbes magazine estimated the rapper's earnings at $6 million in 2013, making him one of the highest-paid artists of that year. However, in 2017, Rick Ross is estimated to have made something around the $11 million figure. But since he has numerous other businesses and ventures, with high cashes and secret contracts, it may be that this figure is being underestimated. However, for being a guy who appears in the news for getting into trouble for past due tax payments, it is clear that there is a lack of financial control on Rick's part. And perhaps it is because of this, and also because of his very lavish lifestyle, that many portals estimate his net worth at a relatively small amount, in the region of $50 million. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.